Hey y'all, my name is Travis and welcome to Travis Bricks YouTube channel. So today we're gonna fix a mistake. As we saw in, I think maybe my last update, I had re-leveled my new area of the city and got it ready to start putting buildings on and start putting buildings on. It was starting to look great. And then my next project was to close in the front side of the new part of the city, and I built it all up only to realize that I had gained about a brick's height from the backside of the platform where the water wall is that you saw earlier, up to the front side. So I need to go fix that mistake. I guess in theory it probably wouldn't be a huge deal, except for the fact that I want to close in the long sides of the new part of the city, and if I don't fix it so that the front is the same height as the back, I'm gonna have a weird like angle coming all the way down the side, and it's never gonna sit right. So we're gonna look at fixing that today, and I'll show you a couple other updates that happened in the city in the last week or so. So let's go take a look at fixing my problems. So right here you can see the problem. This should, in theory, line up with these technicals so that I could put a pin in there, pin it together, and make it all lock in together. You can see I started this really cool little facade, which we'll take a look at in detail a little bit later. But I started to make this really cool thing. I'm going to put a little like observatory platform, not observatory, but a little like walkout for the figs to come out and look out over the cliff's edge or the wall's edge, and I need to fix this. I need to get this pin to line up with that, this one to line up with that, and just kind of drop this whole thing about a brick. It's actually probably about a brick and a plate's worth, but that's kind of a lot when you talk about front to back distance. So I'm going to clear a bunch of I'm going to clear these buildings off, and I'm probably going to leave this here so that I know when that I finally get to the right level. But I'm going to take a pliers to go underneath the legs and just kind of unscrew those gently until I get down to the level that I need it to be. Okay, so now that I've got this all leveled out, figured out, I'm going to stick a little pin right down inside there just to lock it in from going anywhere. I may put a brick behind here just to kind of really hold it in, but that'll lock that all in, and we are good to go. Um, I actually realized that I was off by a plate, so I went around and checked that side, and realized I was off by a plate. So that's why I had to come back and kind of redo it. But I checked this side, checked this side. We are all good to go. All right, so now that I got this little problem figured out, let's take a quick look at this little front facade that I did. So I built this kind of in the same style as the facades over on the old city section, but I added in some video tiles in here to look as kind of like graffiti or like poster work just kind of put up. Um, so I kind of did that. This guy will probably get closed in because I'm going to put a little finishing row of cheese slopes down here. And I'll add more studs to all this as we go. Maybe a little more greenery. I don't know. I kind of like that amount there. This top part will be a little sidewalk with the same railing that I'd use everywhere across the front. Maybe a little strip of maybe some greenery or a park, maybe a little bit. And that will kind of wrap around a little bit over this way, kind of about to where that is, and kind of close all that in. This will all be kind of rock and some more archways, and that'll kind of take across this whole front side here to kind of house in the train and then kind of close in all of this and give this a little bit more of a walkway there in the front. I'm pretty happy with the Grand Emporium and the Palace Cinema being right up front here. Everything else is kind of to be determined except for that town hall. That town hall, I literally redid my entire city layout just for that walk up to that town hall. Um, I've been working on some alt builds. So if you follow along on my Instagram, the exact same user handle, you see that I posted this the other day. This will probably go over there next to the Parisian, kind of in a restaurant row type thing. This is like a little music bar. It's got a cool little scene, a cool little like stage scene in there. So make sure you check that out on my Instagram. I got more pictures there, and I'm gonna do a video about alt builds here very soon. That will probably be my next big video. So aside from that, the other work has been on ships. I have fully fallen down the ship rabbit hole. So you're gonna have to deal with me for a little bit while I go through my pirate phase. So obviously we've seen the Black Seas Barracuda, 6285, I believe. I just got this guy together. This is the Caribbean Clipper. This is a blue Black Seas Barracuda. So this was a mock that I bought and kind of fixed up. This is actually not real Lego sails. Eventually I will probably buy some more of the Clipper sails to put on here. But this is the same basic style as the Black Seas Barracuda, same basic shape, but in blue and yellow, to kind of match the Clipper. And so that's what I got right now. I have a whole nother bag of ship parts, another bag of ship parts, a whole box of more ship parts. I got another ship over on my desk working on it. So I'm going through my pirate phase. So that'll be a thing. I'm still undecided about where they're all going to live, what this is going to look like. What I'm thinking is I'm going to keep this as kind of like a rotating change out thing and maybe display the ship somewhere else in their entirety and just kind of move one or two over here and kind of change them out every month or so. I don't know. Have not really thought that all through. I've just been kind of picking them up on some deals, and I'm really excited about them because they're really super, super cool. So that's kind of that side. I did pick up a couple more pieces to get a little bit more of the train station roof done. So that's getting a little bit closer. I just picked up this super cool bus. I need to clean and get the figs out of the inside and get them a little fixed up. They were a little tossed in shipping, if you will. But that's a super cool bus. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to live there. And yeah, I got some other parts to kind of do a couple other of my kind of littler projects for this. But we're starting to get somewhere. I'm hoping to kind of work through this front area here very soon. And we'll talk about that whole situation in another video. All right, so that about does it for me today. If you liked what you saw, make sure you subscribe, and stay tuned for some more. I think there's going to be an alt build video coming up. So if you have no idea what a alt build is, or if you've been scared to do them, or have any fear about doing them, I'm going to explain all that in a future video very soon. Like I said, I'm going to work on the front side of the city and probably some more ships because I keep buying more ships. So definitely be working on that. I'm also have Rivendell to work on maybe next week. And we'll get some more cool stuff coming up. So make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more. Thanks, y'all.